All right, welcome back. I think last time we were going through the capital, we came back to Round Table to, I guess, check for upgrades. I don't even remember at this point. But yeah, we were sort of making our way through the capital. You know, I think we got to here. I'm not even sure we want to do the capital at this point, but you know, why not? I guess on some level. So I think we've covered most of this road, but we haven't covered all of it. As you can see, there's one area we haven't gotten up to yet. And maybe we haven't gone up a second level if that's possible, but I think it's basically here. So we gotta be careful. The soldier's gonna be back there. Might be a patrol aside from those two. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can do some kiting. Well, as long as the perfumer woman doesn't. No, I thought he was dead. Curious what his sword is. Okay, now I can take her if need be. Oh. Doing some Demon Souls over at Black Lodge Trivia Night, and that's a lot of work for a smithing stone. But it's kind of interesting. I'm sort of having a real good time playing that game. Oh, he's playing the music, okay. And there's something about that game, even like with its slight clunkiness, and even though I'm in an area that's a little bit irritating, there's something to that. Oh, I got to come off the railing. I really like it. I just cleared the armored spider in 2-1. And I'm on to 2-2. Like, I can get to the flame lurker 2-2, but really enjoying it. Looking forward to getting to the Tower Latria, even though one of the hardest bosses in the game is there. I really struggle with the man-eaters. Obviously, everybody does. And personally, flame lurker. I don't know if that's a common struggle for others, but for me, in the past it has been. But I'm trying, much like I'm trying here, sort of a bit of a magic dex guy, and I'm curious what that's going to be like. I've never used magic in Demon Souls. A couple times I played it. I've heard it's a bit sort of like overpowered, I guess. You know, I heard a lot of the stuff in that game's easier when you can take it on at range. So I know the armored spider I just sort of plunked away at with my opening spell. Oh, those hands are back. You can see one on the wall there. We got nowhere to go. Oh. Oof. I feel like I'm struggling with these guys a little more than I have in the past. I feel like I had them down when I last played this, and I just don't have it at all now. These guys keep taking him for the team there. Oof, 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 oof. So maybe they can block? Nope. Sometimes it seems like the stomp's doing a lot less, so I'm wondering if maybe having a shield down does make a difference. I guess I need to learn how to deal with these guys. I can't just try an instant win button in a lazy fashion. If I don't relearn how to do this, then we're in trouble. I think this can go around walls a little bit. So I think down there, that's where I was earlier, where I said like the giant things come out of the ground. So that's kind of a tough area. There's stuff down there to grab, but I think 2 or 3 of those kind of like giant worms come out of the ground. And if you're not careful, I think they come out more than one at a time. Sort of lost track. There was one guy that usually I see on this side of the churches. I'm not sure where he is at the moment, so I'm a little hesitant. Because there's another guy there, and I don't want to start with one and then have the other guy start patrolling behind me. There he is. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Crap. Nope. Basically, I was getting greedy there. I can tell you what I've done. I've lost track of when I have openings to attack them. That's what I've sort of lost the... I don't know if muscle memory is the right word, but the pattern recognition, so to speak. Where it's easiest to get behind them for backstabs. Like, did I just used to wait for them always to do that one attack so I could get a backstab? Like, I don't know what I did, but I seem to have found a few holes, at least this run. Alright, so I think I want to avoid here for now. I feel like that would have to be like its own session in a way, because I'd probably fail a lot. Got a little bit of a sewer system going on, one of those flamethrowers. So there's often a way to get behind, though, so I'm wondering if there's a way to, whoops, do that in this case. I'm not exactly sure where to look, though. I need that sweet, sweet 7, not 6, but I'll take it. I feel like I hear a beetle or something of some kind, but I don't see it. Oop. Am I dead? Yep. Alright, let's see if I can remember how to get over there. If I can do it without fighting these guys. So what I sort of went about when I died was I was trying to see if they had... You know, we saw those things in the woods on the Altus Plateau that sort of had like the strings hanging from their head. And I was trying to see if these guys had some of that going on. Like in a smaller... I'm nervous if I get away from the rail, he's going to be able to start hitting me. All right, before I start going down, let me see if there's more. You know, it just seems hard to believe that's the entirety of what's down here, but maybe it is. Not mistaken, there's actually a pretty tough enemy, maybe, yep, right over there, back to us. But there's also a bonfire right here, so let's see if I can get that. I think it's one of those like omen killers, or whatever they're called. We fought them with the Miranda flower. So, I mean, it's definitely something we can figure out, but it's going to be tough, I think. Oh, Lionel's Helm. So it's sort of like an Onion Knight from like Dark Souls 1, but I don't know if this is like an NPC I've just missed. So it's letting us summon, but it's not. It's giving me an option for headless, and the answer is no. I'll take that opening, but let's see how it goes. Oh. Whew. All right. Yeah, let's see what he was protecting. Okay, so this seems like some kind of hub. I don't know why. But yeah, there's a ladder you can kick down that I seem to have missed. Down to this bonfire, which then gets you an easy access to the sewers below. I think this is just, yeah, that sand pit. All right, let's see if we can go back and then go down below. And maybe I'm overestimating how difficult those things would be, but I just would rather not deal with them. That's what I mean. You gotta take every enemy seriously no matter what. Like, I just sort of like, I'll just sort of whack on it, it'll die. Timed it wrong, it got the first hit. I mean, they seem to have things hanging off of their... I think VadiVidia had a video about those things, about what they, you know, some speculation. I don't think anybody really knows, but... I think I'm about to say something stupid. I like the open world part more than I like these contained areas, even though this is more typical Souls. When I get into here, I feel like I'm missing something. I always feel like I've missed whole sections. I've missed exploring. I've missed something. And that, when I'm out in the world, you know, I think it's easier to convince myself I'm being thorough. But here it's a lot trickier because I can like see things that I don't know how to access. I'm like, okay, crap, how do I get there? What do I do? And so then I feel like I feel like I'm sort of spinning my wheels or beating my head against a navigation puzzle, which I know I've described with Moria in Lord of the Rings Online a little bit. And nothing's ever been as egregious as that. That's always been the worst. But I do get a little bit of that vibe sometimes. Not really sure where to go. Yeah, I think this is where that Omen Killer thing was. So I think this is where the start of the... Okay, here we go. Yeah, I cleared in there. I went that way. Did I sort of go this way? No. This one, I don't know about these bridges, but you want to sort of check behind you because, you know, we've seen some hands cling to the wall. I'm not 100% sure, you know, if I'm going to walk under an arch and have one drop on my head. So I want to make sure to be a little more diligent. I was going to say, how nuts is it that this game... You know, I mentioned in one video that somebody high up at Sony or somewhere said, like, the original Demon's Souls was one of the worst games they ever played. And now this might be one of the best-selling games in a long, long time. I mean, I know there's always going to be outliers like Grand Theft Auto 5 or something that just sell forever, but... seems nuts that this series has managed to get a hold on people the way it has. And then I was hearing, you know, with Armored Core 6, I was listening to Remap Radio, which is what the Waypoint guys decided to do after, not literally guys, you know, but you know what I mean. They decided to sort of stick together for a little bit and keep the train going after Vice laid him off. And I think Patrick Klepek, in one of the things I was listening to recently, described Armored Core as having a little bit more of some Souls movement built in, which sort of intrigued me because I didn't think that's what that game was. Or maybe it was Renata. They were talking about how, like, it seems like they've sort of built in different kinds of lock-on, depending on the weapon systems. And some of the lock-on systems are very Souls-like, where it's like a hard lock that, you know, when you're locked on, you're locked on. The camera follows your target regardless. So basically, because I've seen some videos of that, and I was always like, this seems like it's too fast. I don't know, like maybe... Is he not figuring out that I'm down the hall? I mean, I'll take it. Because I, A, get creeped out by these things, and B, I'll cheese all day. I'm not above it. And then, yeah, I guess maybe I should try Sekiro. Like, Sekiro, I played the opening of it, and, you know, a lot of the combat, if you haven't played it, is about, I think, like, building up a sort of... And I might be getting this totally wrong, but what I remember is you're sort of building up hits on a target so that you can then break their stance or something. And maybe there was like a timing to the break. Like, I don't know. I didn't enjoy that, but I thought there was some interesting stuff because that's where I think they first do a little bit of stealth, which you have here. And there's a verticality to it that I thought was interesting. And I know there's games like Neo and Neo 2, maybe soon Neo 3, but I don't prefer games that have... I don't know what the right phrase is, but like I want to call them like combos. Like you hit XXY, XY, XY, you know, they do different... I really don't dig those kinds of games. You know, what I think's great about this, if you really consider it for a minute, is that, and maybe this is why I play a melee build, like it's the simplest thing in the world, right? There's like only a couple of ways you can attack, and it's more about the timing and pattern recognition than anything else. And I appreciate that about this game. Okay, so I feel like I've covered all of this, but I feel like there's also more to it. And I don't know if I'm just remembering that from past playthroughs and I'm actually incorrect. Oh no, there is more stuff because there's a thing right there. Okay. So that's why Neo's never done it for me. I think the Neo guys did another game recently. That was supposed to be pretty good. But same thing. It's why, like, a game I thought I would absolutely love was the Middle Earth, like Shadow of Mordor, and there were two of them. And if the combat had been literally any other style except for that combo, in this case it was more Arkham Knight, then I would have loved it, but I don't gel with that system of combat. So I would stealth around Shadow of Mordor or whatever the first one was, have a blast, but then have to fight something and it'd be like, ugh, okay. And, you know, I guess I was picky enough that sort of turned me off. Maybe I shouldn't have been so picky because I heard it's really good with the Nemesis system, but... Can I sneak around, though? Do I have to... He's not dead. I've definitely been here before, but I don't know if I checked it all out. Maybe I missed some. Because I remember at the time I was looking for a bonfire because I was pretty high on souls, which, you know, I am here again as well. And I felt like there should have been more to this room. Oh, crap. So I know, like, I collected there's a ladder there. Maybe that's what I missed. But this is sort of what I mean. Like, you know, like, did I miss the ladder? But I've been here before. This is just taking me back to the bonfire. So, like, you know, it's just... And I know, like, an obvious place I can go, but... Curious if we have a level or not. Just... Oh, no, okay, I was about to say just shy, but we're not just shy anymore. We're at almost 40 grand a level, so... let's see if I've got anything to get us there. Close. All right, let's see. Level up. I was putting points into intelligence. Okay. All right. Let's tackle the next obvious step. I'll take that. Maybe I can finish him off as he gets up. It's interesting. They have invincibility frames as they get up. So you sort of have to time it a little bit. It was a little bit of dumb luck. I thought there might be somebody there, but I wasn't really ready for it. Ooh. Alright, so maybe this is a shortcut. That's the main road down there. There's the staircase that's probably well guarded that I couldn't open the door to, so maybe that's that. And what's down over here? I wonder if people... I mean, you feel like you would... Oh, nice. You would summon for bosses, but to have one, like, right here, which... I don't think has a lot going on for it in a way. Beyond just being like a checkpoint. What's the chances of me getting through there, getting that golden seed, and getting out alive? Let's... I mean, only one way to find out, I guess. Wonder if I've ever actually killed that thing, or do I just always sprint by it? Okay, that's where I just came from. All right, so there's a couple ways. It looks like... How do you get to those stairs there? That's what I'm wondering. Might actually be coming down, not actually a way to get there going up. So maybe the reality is we're supposed to drop off here, and we can start making our way around. Oop. Again, one guy is looking at a grave. This guy seems to be looking at a library. I respect that these guys are doing stuff in a weird way. Nope. Okay. Or I wonder if there's a way to cheese that thing from the staircase. Bows, arrows, spells, whatever. Again, I mentioned I'm playing Demon Souls, and I was commenting in that run over on Black Lodge Trivia Night. I'm doing a Demon Souls PS5 remake run, and that's not what that channel is mainly about. It's just something to fill the time. In some ways, that's more about a tabletop role-playing game, like actual play. It's also, you know, every time there's like, we get together usually every Thursday, and if there's a fifth Thursday in the month, we do sort of more of a podcast episode in a way. It's not like but it's mostly supposed to be a let's play tabletop. Anyway, one thing I was commenting on in that run over there is that the dogs in Demon Souls, especially in 2-1, the first level of the mine, no, there's some dogs in like 1-2 maybe. It's unreal. They come in waves, like clusters. Like these you saw, they sort of come one at a time. So I feel like they're taking it a little easy on you. And they're so frantic that they will literally, you know, if you lock on, you'll spin your camera around like you're like a figure skater. It's almost like enough to cause motion sickness. Yeah, so okay, nice. So that's the staircase. Looks like a dragon collapsed. I mean, well, not collapsed, but was killed maybe. So we're going to stop in a minute, but I just want to show you, and this was something I really enjoyed. I don't know if you remember a long time ago, we were at the Round Table Hold, and we had to deal with an invader by jumping off a balcony. And we fought him in this open room, and I was going to say, doesn't this look familiar? And I don't know how often... I want to say this is the guy we fought, Alberic. And so the first time I can remember this happening in a Souls game was in Dark Souls 3, where... I mean, Dark Souls 3 has a lot of like callbacks to Dark Souls 1, but you know, sort of like your main resting area that you go back to and stuff to level up and blah, blah, blah. There ends up being like a real world, spoiler alerts for this in Bloodborne. I'll wait for a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down at this site of grace. So as long as you see me sitting here, I'll be spoiling it a little bit. And then when I get up, I'll be done. All right. So give everybody a second to pause, skip ahead, whatever. And so like your sort of main hub always has like a counterpart in the real world. And it started in Dark Souls 3 and did it in Bloodborne. And Bloodborne is really cool because it's kind of hard to find, but every time that happens, I'm kind of like, oh my goodness. And I had that exact same response here because we're now sort of at the real world counterpart of Round Table Hold. All right, another painting that we can check out. So you're sort of, you're probably sort of starting to piece together that we are was that Alberic or whatever? Yeah, you're starting to piece together that there's a lot of similarities between this and the Round Table Hold so far, but you can see we can't get upstairs because that staircase is out at the moment. I mean, that staircase is going to stay out, but there are ways to get upstairs, I believe. I just don't remember how at the exact moment yet, so I'm sure we'll stumble into it at some point. Two Fingers Prayer Book. So again, like there's the two fingers actually in the Round Table Hold. Again, this is very similar to the downstairs of Round Table. We needed like stone sword keys to get into certain areas. Here, we just can't get upstairs yet. And like I said, I don't exactly remember how at the moment, but we'll get around to it at some point. But yeah, I remember when I first walked in here and I was like, wait a minute. And then I was just blown away. I love this kind of touch. Because, you know, if you think about it, like you know, the Round Table Hold is not really part of the map in a sense, right? We don't know where it is geographically to the rest of the world, and we don't know what it means to, you know, is this a similar one because that guy is there that we do the invasion from? Is it just like a copy, like the castle has its own Round Table Hold for some reason? You know, I don't honestly know at the moment. I don't remember. Maybe I've encountered the answers before in a body video. I haven't gotten this far, I don't think, in the bonfire side chat discussion. I'm actually way behind in that. They're, and what I should have done is, since I started this Let's Play, I should have started following along a little closer. But anyway, it would have been tough because of the way I sort of ran around the overworlds in random order instead of taking their podcast breaks it down area by area, and so it's a very good way to do it, but I clearly did not take that approach as I have explored. Oh, okay, fell down. I forgot this has a pretty long reach. I'm not taking advantage of it. All right. I'm not saying I'm getting good at these guys at all, but I'm not sort of panic button mashing as much, so I think that's something. I guess. It's a weird thing, you know, I was saying like I prefer, you know, the open world part of this game, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's the same for other games as well. Like, you know, you're playing Baldur's Gate and the whole game, you know, you're sort of seeing the city on the map and you can't access it. And then finally you can. And it's both impressive and it completely brings the game to a crawl. You know, suddenly there's like all these districts and there's like a million different people to talk to. And no, I thought you can maybe get up from above. I don't remember. Anyway, and it gets very, you know, you could argue that it's just, you know, the wide open world, but compressed into the districts, but it doesn't feel, I don't know. Or like Icewind Dale, like, you know, you get to, you know, Kuldahar or whatever, the second city you deal with. And, yeah, you know, when you first get there, it's just like, okay, now I got to talk to all these people. And I know that's not what I'm having to do here, but it just, it feels like, you know, you sort of cordoned off most of the world so you can stop and do this one thing. Now, how the hell do you get in there? I don't remember it being that hard. Can you get there through the round table hold and I just missed the exit, or I started to go that way and doubled back to make sure I finished looking around? Okay, it's not that way. I mean, it was literally to my left, I believe, and there's no... Okay. Can I open? See, now I think in the actual round table hold, you can't open these doors. So maybe that's why I just walked right by him without... So there's going to be some of these chariots. I don't know if it's one or two. And again, I don't like these things. I wonder how they respond to... Not well. That's not good. That's not good either. All right. I wonder if there's things... I mean, luckily it's not that far. Let me try a different spell. And B, maybe I should just run by him. So it seems like this sort of physical gravity spells didn't do much. How did I do that? Did I open this one? I think it's this one. But yeah, maybe I can just run by. That's not good. Don't love this either. Let me just see if this does anything. Nope. Question is there anywhere else I need to... Yeah, let's go through that door. I think I know where this is going, but... I don't know if you remember a long time ago we took a chest. Might have been on the Weeping Peninsula. It took us to the capital. And it put us on a platform where there was a giant at the end of the staircase, and we couldn't get down because we couldn't activate the elevator. Well, now, I believe we've activated the elevator, and let's go see... Having said that, I believe we've done everything here, though. So we can go back down. Or do we go back down? I mean, we don't need to go back down. We can go to... back to the last bonfire. So it looks like we need to start making our way. We definitely have not done the entirety of the sewers. There was still that item. I don't know. Maybe there's a different entrance somewhere that I've missed. Yeah, we never sort of quote unquote, not a quote unquote, we never took that tree. Yeah, it just feels like, we're missing a ton. But I don't know. So it's not that I mind missing a ton. I mean, no, I mean, it is that I mind missing a ton. What's tough is that I don't have a way to... sort of track it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not good at... leaving the breadcrumb trail to make sure that I've seen everything in these types of environments. So I feel like I'm being thorough, and I take a few of the obvious paths, but if there's... What am I doing on souls? 10,000? I mean, it's not... I mean, again, it's not nothing, but it's getting to the point where 10,000 is not... Okay, oh, okay, so here's the other side of that bridge we encountered earlier. Smithing Stone 6. Was there stuff that still needed that, even if it wasn't the main weapons? Sorry, I thought I saw a glow for a second there. It was just the poison spray. That's all. Sorry. I mean, if nothing else, the Erd tree is truly impressive to behold. They, again, something what these games did that I hadn't really seen before. And like I said, maybe it's a Japanese RPG thing. Maybe it's just because I played the wrong games. Otherwise, is this sense of scale. And the Erd tree does not disappoint in that way. I mean, this whole game, It has a sense of scale that not even like Skyrim. Somehow Skyrim literally, not, why am I misusing literally, always feels small to me in a weird way. And I've talked about it, maybe small is not the right word, but it feels cramped because of the way they jam so much. Like, not that I've played all of Skyrim, but it's hard to imagine something in Skyrim getting this kind of space. If that makes sense, I don't know. You know, another game that that I really loved, but that slowed to a crawl when you hit like a city area was Dragon's Dogma. And I say that, you know, I still love that game, but as soon as you hit the capital there, it's just like, okay, I gotta talk to all these people. It just takes on a different tone than the rest of the game. Can I keep going? Maybe not. Again, if I had fire, these guys would be in trouble, but the frost seems okay as well. So again, I did this because I didn't know where else to go exploration-wise, so I just went to the place I sort of knew I had to go just to make some kind of progress, but I wonder if magic. Can't tell if I'm doing much damage or not. It's not bad, right? That's bad, but so this is one of those fights where, you know, you forget this game has a jump mechanic and it matters. It's a way to get around his stomp. Nope. Nope. Alright, that's unfortunate. Why am I not switching to my sword? Oh, look at that. Whoa, look at that. Huh. So now we got 4 talisman pouches. Lightning still feels good. Man, what else do we what else do we put? I wish there was something that like just straight up boosted magic instead of like sacrifice this for that. Or maybe there is stuff and I just haven't gotten it yet. Dexterity, faith, strength, no. Focus, no. Immunity, maybe, but we have the other one. I kind of like the idea of physical because I don't have the best armor. Guarding could be good because I don't have the best shield. Huh. Didn't think I would be able to take that in one. But I gotta say the magic came through. That was good. Looks like I've got 2 levels, so I'll just sort of boom boom in tandem. Again, the sense of scale. And you see up there, that's where we're eventually headed. I don't know exactly when. I don't know if we might be able to just, I'm not going to do it now, but I wonder. I wonder if there's anything that actually stops you or if I just haven't. Curious what's the. I'm gonna call it pretty soon. This has been actually a longer session than I was expecting, but which means that hey, you don't know this, but I had some other stuff going on this evening, so I figured I would get a session in after I was done with that. But this by making the session extremely long, I'm stayed up way too late. Tend to do that. I'm a bit of a night owl, but it doesn't matter that I'm a night owl when I've got to get up at 7 in the morning to take care of stuff. So I'm wondering if this is the way down. Not the route. Well, maybe the route. No, not the route. I'm wondering, I was like, there's the upper city. I was wondering if I follow this down, does it take us to the upper parts of the city we couldn't get to? Seems like it. So maybe that'll be one of the ways we get to that, whatever that protrusion was that got us to the item that was in an area we couldn't get to. But let me go back up to the top just to quickly. Looked over at OBS and I saw a start and I was like, oh, did I not record this? But then it was the start virtual camera, not start recording. So I didn't completely botch that. I'm getting levels on my audio, which is not always a certainty because I screw things up sometimes. Yeah, I was, chatting with some of the guys in Alcoholics Adventure, Cabal, Advanced After Combat, whatever you want to call it. And one of the guys just flat out said, like, audio shit is hard. And I have to agree. It is a pain in the butt. Seems like you should be able to get up. Right? Is there a different route we can take to get over there? Makes you wonder what happened here. You got this dragon. Like, is that thing there? Is that like a sort of like a dragon killer kind of weapon that crashed down? This interesting thing when you go to Anorlando in the first Dark Souls game, like it has like this vista and it's very grand. It's very striking, when you see it for the first time. Nice. But as you get further and further into it, you realize there's not much there when all is said and done, right? Like if you really break down what you do. I'm going to give this one a, nope, don't want to disparage. Good. Yes. So now, okay, so we can go down. Like, I wonder what the requirements are for going there. I thought there was like a tough fight here. Yeah, it's one of these assassins. Oh my, oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of the assassins that was brought in to kill all the royalty. Not sure what a good tactic is against them. In the past I was able to summon help, I kicked a ladder down. I'm not sure. Is it over here? Again, is, magic the key? I don't know. They're fast, so it seems like they'd be able to dodge a lot of what I throw at them. I feel like I was able to get a good opening, and then I just sort of panic mashed the rest of the fight. Okay. Yeah, this is. I'm not going to do this. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, does anything actually stop you from just walking right into this boss? All right. Yeah, as you can see where we started, right? There's the bubble guy on the high platform, off in the distance to the right. So let's go back to where we fought the golden ghost guy, Godric, I guess. And let's call it here. Next time I'll try like going down just to explore a little bit more, but there's a chance I'm not going to do that boss. Maybe I'm, I don't even know what level I'm at. I mean, maybe I'm getting there. I'm at 84, but there's a lot of things I have not touched that feel like they're stepping stones to this moment. Like, I haven't done Volcano Manor. I have not done Radon. I haven't done... I also feel like I have not... Somewhere there's... I missed a... There's like the half of the amulet. I think it's in Fort Fargoth or something. I don't know where that is. I never did the dragon where you get like 50,000 souls. I never did the rot Erd tree, which maybe I can do now with magic. There's a lot of little things that I want to tackle. So yeah, we'll explore more of this, and then we'll start checking off some boxes. I guess at some point you got to start doing the things that you've been dancing around the whole time. So we're at level 85, 84, 85, so that should be kind of over leveled for the kinds of things we're going to go after, and we'll pick it up from there. Thanks again, and take care.